Hey team, this is Ryan. It's a quick video to introduce you to the 2XV, the high flow full convection 8mm stem compatible herbal warmer. So the red part is about the size and the length of the cap. So the red part is the heater, and it is 10.5 millimeters, so diameter. So it's sized, again, it's the same size as the cap off a Dynavap. And so where the Dynavap would have your flower inside and the air would come up and underneath the cap, in this case air comes through these holes on the end and doesn't have to go through that really tight space between the tip and the cap, and therefore the high flow. So this can go in an induction heater, or you could torch it. There is no click, but with an induction heater, count the number of Mississippis that gives you the right vapor, or with a torch, sneak up on it, warm it up a little, give a couple test puffs. It's kind of like a vap cap and a sticky brick had a baby. So inside the heater, the heater's screwed into this cap. So if I unscrew the heater, pull it back, the volume on the inside is space to put a plethora of balls of your size of your liking. This is a 1/4 inch, 6 millimeters. This is an 1/8, 4 millimeters, 3 millimeters, 3 millimeters ish. And these are 1/16. So what's not shown is there will be a screen to cover the holes on this side, and then potentially a screen in the bottom of the heater if you wanted to pack these really small balls. The 1/16 are 2 millimeters, millimeter and a half, and these holes through the heater are 2.5 millimeters. So anyway, depending on the size of the balls and the number of balls and how you pack them in the heater, you will get varying effects. Pressure drop, there will be more flow resistance. The smaller the balls, there's less air space between them, but you should probably get a more saturation, better heat exchanger that way, more surface area. And you create some draw resistance, which slows the flow down to be able to keep resident time in the flower. And so again, that screws into this cover. So if we pull the cover back, you'll see the load chamber. And so you can also see that since the cannabis is not in the red parts as it would be in a Dynavap in that really small volume, it's where the balls are. This cap, again, the heater screws onto the cap, and then here is the tip. So the tip is allowed to be quite a bit larger diameter. I think it's a 12 millimeter load chamber diameter, which is quite a bit bigger than the Dynavap, which I've heard in the past has been a gripe of some folks. And so down inside there's just a simple O-ring groove to pop a screen in, and so that's one of the things that needs to be figured out. And only really if it doesn't need to be a multiple screen, or can a single screen do the job, have the right mesh, create the right flow resistance, and keep particulate from coming into your 8 millimeter stem. So and there's one O-ring here. Hopefully it doesn't get too hot. It's on the outside, it's on the lower end of the cap for pretty far away from the heater, so shouldn't see heats that are beyond what silicone can deal with. And then this is just a standard, really, it's really close to the, I would guess, the geometry of a Dynavap tip, but I took a lot of time and pain and effort to size these O-rings, and one of the things we'll be doing in the test is I went nominal and then I went plus or minus 0.1 millimeters on the O-ring grooves. Excuse me. To really make this fit go just right, not too hard, not too soft. And I'm going Goldilocks this bitch. But that's the tip. It's a 3-part tip. You have the tip, or the 2XV, I should say. You have this cover that in CAD land, I can move around like this, but normally the heater will be screwed into it. Whoop. Got to disassociate. So normally this will be screwed in here, and then this will be the assembly. So anyway, that's a quick overview video of what we'll be sending soon your way. Thanks so much for taking your time and energy to participate in the beta team. It will be formal. We will have we will be collecting formal feedback from everybody. And doing what we can for this release, and some of the things, if we have great ideas that require some engineering, we'll put them in the parking lot and we'll save them for next time. Peace.